Hi, I'm Mark Nooch. In the film 12 Strong, I'm portrayed by Chris Hemsworth, who is portraying the character Captain Mitch Nelson.
Hi, I'm Bob Pennington. In the film, I'm portrayed by Michael Shannon.
Where are you guys from? Simple.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Kansas. We were involved in the film's production for a very brief point, invited to the set for a visit for a couple days.
19 men attacked our country. The 12 of you will be the first ones to fight back.
It's us, we're going in.
We did do some work that was at home, and that was some graphics. A map that we worked on for them that would be used in the actual movie, and some military forms that they were not familiar with. We had brought those things up.
The film 12 Strong is a fictional portrayal of our Special Forces team and the larger task force Dagger that we were part of and the elements that comprise that as they conduct this larger mission right after 9/11.
What is that, a part of some drill?
Ain't no drill.
Yeah, what about
it's my daughters and sons think it's kind of crazy that Chris Hemsworth is portraying their dad. It's you know, kind of floored by it. My wife assures me I'm more handsome than Chris Hemsworth, so.
Great, this will be fun.
You want to surrender?
Well, I tell you, Mike, he's a...
Just stay there.
Oh, God.
Michael is a serious actor. That guy is all business. He asked me several times, you know, how would I do certain acts, you know, as far as military, and my bearing, you know, how my bearing was. We got pretty close at one point, and he asked me, he goes, hey, can we go to the gym tomorrow? Can we work out? And I thought, yeah, why not? That's the best way to find out how this guy really ticks, you know? So we went to the gym, we worked out for, I bet you it was about an hour, and he was pretty physical. So he portrayed a Special Forces soldier perfectly to me.
We got to meet the other actors that are portraying the men on our team, all 12 of the men on my team and the other key players around us that were the command element as part of that mission are portrayed in this film.
I like the look of those guys too. I mean, they could have gotten several other actors, but these guys actually fit the profile. They looked really good as far as depicting what a Special Forces soldier is all about, especially when they interact as a team. He's got this down. He's got this down.
Did I?
Yeah.
There's no playbook here. We're gonna have to write it ourselves.
The mission we were assigned was to
I ain't losing one man on this team.
get in on the ground in northern Afghanistan and link up with these various groups that our country doesn't know a lot about, and trying to get to understand what their goals and objectives are, and if we can work with these different groups, ultimately to fight against the Taliban and Al-Qaeda.
Why? These men follow you.
You take me to the Taliban, I'll show you.
Okay. We take horses.
And we'd like you to capture an airfield. We'd like this one over here. We'd like you to help secure the roads up to Uzbekistan, and just, you know, honestly kill or capture Taliban and Al-Qaeda wherever we could find them. But doing that as a Special Forces team, working with local partners on the ground. Other Special Forces teams that were also inserted at different points around Afghanistan had a similar mission. Get on the ground, link up with local partners, learn what you can about the enemy that America is faced with.
We've just been handed the most important mission in the free world.
And we were lucky. We had General Dostum. He was our guy that we needed to link up with. But as we got on the ground, we actually helped get all the faction leaders together in an area command meeting, bringing these guys in and coordinating a fight. And this was the biggest plus of all.
The greatest weapon in history is this.
We had to go through a period of building trust with each other, or assessing what each other's capabilities are and what we can bring to that fight. The people of northern Afghanistan were in a very desperate situation. The Taliban and Al-Qaeda had been very brutal on the ethnic populations in the northern provinces, and they're in a fight for survival. And it was understanding what we could do to help enable that fight and build, a better future for those people and their country.
Yeah, when we first dropped bombs, he was just happy that we did that. He didn't really care where they hit or what damage they caused. But we had to get closer to do what we needed to do. And that was the trust piece. Talking to him and having him say, hey, I can bring you guys closer, I can do this. And us on the other part saying, please let us do this so we can get this done, so we can accomplish this as a team.
Our 12-man team on the ground in that area with our Central Intelligence Agency team were the only Americans for hundreds of miles. And that's kind of the footprint that was scattered across Afghanistan in about, 5 other locations to work with different local partners and help develop an Afghan plan for this enormous challenge.
I mean, the trust became so good that we decentralized into 3 4-man teams and spread out through the countryside for the campaign, which is unheard of. No other team had done that the entire time.
Each of you got to make this decision.
Fall back!
Nothing I'd rather do.
I'm in.
Thought you'd never ask.
Our team, besides working with General Dostum, worked with another ethnic faction leader named Commander Atta, and yet a third faction leader, Moakek, and got these 3 different regional leaders and personalities to agree to sit together, talk together, and agree that they could, cooperate as is portrayed in the film, and that they were better united against the Taliban and Al-Qaeda.
Hey, where the hell did those come from?
By doing that, we helped facilitate raising an army. With General Dostum, we had over 2,500 horsemen and 500 infantry that rallied around him. Commander Atta had another 1,500 fighters, and it grew beyond the capability of our Special Forces team, certainly, and we needed additional Special Forces teams to come in on the ground, which were then flown in several weeks after we'd been on the ground. And those teams then had the mission to work with Commander Atta or work with Commander Moakek later to help all move towards the same goal.
Take out biggest guns first.
And that was the liberation of Mazar-i-Sharif, which is a major city in the north. And in doing so, that effort resulted in the liberation of 6 provinces.
Yeah, it got quite impressive at the end when there was a funny story that I got my vehicle. I had a Gator, John Deere Gator, and I actually got stuck in the river. And John Deere Gators do float. Didn't know that, but I know it now. And so as this Gator is floating away, and I'm trying to hold on to it, I look up and I see 1,500 riders coming down, Northern Alliance riders coming down the riverbank and crossing the river. And that was unbelievably impressive.
Our larger task force, which was the 5th Special Forces Group that formed the core of Task Force Dagger, was receiving their command guidance from the CENTCOM, Central Command Headquarters, that's here in Tampa, as well as guidance from the Special Operations Command Headquarters. So we had all these aircraft flying, the U.S. Air Force, the Navy, the Marine Corps. We had fighters coming off of aircraft carriers and from all sorts of bases in the Middle East. And they're all coming overhead Afghanistan to support the maneuver and the missions of these handful of Special Forces teams that were on the ground working with local partners.
This is from the towers. You carry that with you.
Tampa Bay, come down and see the movie January 19th.
The only way home is winning.
12 Strong in theaters January 19th.